Ooh, yeah!
Do you? Well, anyways, this is pretend object here, and no cam today because we have been without hot water for about a week, a little over that. So yeah, not fun times. So no cam because I look disgusting. I might change where this mic is placed. Kind of annoying. Thought it would be more helpful having it like on above the monitor, but it just kind of like sits in a weird spot, and then I can't see stuff on the second monitor. I'm gonna do that tonight after this. Hey guys, guess what?
Wieners.
Chicken butt.
I just burped.
Ew.
And another one. Playing group today.
I am tired.
Wieners.
I am stinky.
You wallowing in your stank?
Yeah, ain't got no hot water. Ooh, a third one. Everybody here?
Tim here? Oh, what? I didn't see it. I didn't see Tim come in. I don't have alerts on.
I'm here.
Yeah. So we are all here because Matt is still out once again on that. I don't know if you guys, it's up to you guys all. If you want to switch to either Wednesday or Thursday, let me know. If not, and you guys just want to continue to do Monday, that's fine. It just means that Matt will be out for a while. But last time we had left off, you had just finished Wave Echo Cave, and then had talked to Gundred. You were all extended an offer to join the Lord's Alliance, which a number of you took. And then you went back to Malin and Scatgrim went and talked to the miners guild, and then you guys went back to the inn to split your loot, and that's kind of where we were. So what would you guys like to do?
Did we split all the loot, or were we in the middle?
I think you
the-
guys said
Yeah, we
Only
had
thing-
split it already.
The only thing that I think that we forgot about was the wand of missiles. Which
Which is what I still have.
yeah, which I mean if nobody wants to take it, I'll just stick it in my bag for now. Oh, Zach, you can hold on to it until that character leaves too, and then you just give it over to me. You want to do that?
That works.
Because maybe who knows what's happening right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or is your character like leaving right away?
No, I planned on having him come aboard once we kind of got like the next section of stuff to do.
I'll just make a note that I'll take it as soon as he's gone. Okay. Yeah. I need to sleep for the night. Can we do that?
yeah, you guys slept. You guys got the room and everything.
Okay, I need to make a note of that.
Alright. How does this charge thing work for the one of magic missiles? Roll a d6.
Yeah, at dawn you roll d6.
He might not even have it. We might not have it anymore. Who
It's
knows?
No, it gets
three charges.
Oh, that's Sony units.
I think it's +1. I think it's 3 charges +1 at dawn.
Maybe 2 charges +1. Because you rolled a 2.
Yeah. So it's three
okay.
altogether.
You added it. I didn't see the roll.
Sorry.
Yeah, a d6 +1. Okay. No. Okay, never mind. I did note it.
Well, Scatgram, don't you have some blades to pick up?
Yeah, I need to run to Neverwinter to pick them up still. I know you're talking about getting some armor for the goblin who's too afraid to stand around for a fight.
Hey, once he has armor, you don't know. Maybe he'll be able to take a shot. I mean, I wouldn't mind shopping our. Sorry.
Yeah, I'll join you on the road to Neverwinter if you'll have me. I don't mind spending a little time in the city.
I'm also down to go to Neverwinter.
Did this Lord's Alliance have anything they wanted us to do while we were to leave town here, or we're just going there for pleasure?
They had not given you anything to do.
I've more or less just trying to see if anybody wants to ask them, see if there's anything, or if we're just gonna go for pleasure type thing.
Pleasure. Wonka wonka.
I mean, we can ask. I really don't care. Whatever. I mean, the worst thing I can tell you is there's nothing to do, or there's something too difficult for us to do, right?
I mean, I don't mind just going for picking up the stuff and then see if there's anything there to do.
That's fine with me. We can do that.
Sure.
I'm down to clown.
Let's do it.
Alright.
To the other city.
I guess we're heading to Neverwinter.
We're off to see the wizard. The wonderful wizard never went to.
You encounter 3 owl bears.
Oh, damn.
I heard
That's
they were
without our
Scat
min
Gram's
maxer.
favorite.
I will say we still need to be careful when we go there because that one lady that I ran into on my own was looking for us.
Also, how close was Neverwinter to that one dragon we were encountering? I'm kind of wondering if we're gonna cross paths with that fella.
Yeah, I don't think the dragon cares for us if we don't mess with him. And
Yeah,
then,
it seemed. I was gonna say it seemed a lot like he just wanted to be left alone, bustle and such.
I think it was halfway to that town, and then off on like another little path a little ways, right? Or something like that. Or was that the cat? That was the castle. Never mind. Right? Yeah, I think that was the castle. So that's what Drew pointed out on our way there.
Good old Drew.
Droop had useful information.
He did. I know, surprising.
Or was it?
Since your
past the
characters would remember, I'll just tell you guys. It was east of Neverwinter. You just had to go east of Neverwinter to go to Thunder Tree, where the
Okay.
dragon was.
And then the castle thing was the thing in between the towns, right? Basically.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Let's go, amigo. Ready, steady, go.
Okay, so you guys are just headed up there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. You guys, are you guys following the road, or are you guys following, like going through like the woods and stuff?
I'll just go to the road, right?
Might as well follow the road. Yeah.
Yeah, we're big fancy adventurers with with plenty of money and connection to the Lord's Alliance and Wave Echo Cave. I think we're sitting kind of high on the hog. At least I am.
Okay. So you guys head up on the pathway, and since you're on the road that's fairly well traveled, you run across some travelers going the opposite way of you, heading down to some of the other cities that are further south. But otherwise, you make it to Neverwinter with no incident.
Without incident.
Oh, Skyrim was really cheering for some owl bears there. Oh.
Fuck owlbears.
Thought they were your favorite.
No, they can stay away from me. I guess I'm going to want to head to the blacksmith as soon as we get to town to see if he has my chain daggers ready to go finally.
I'm gonna tag along with Scatgram because I'm gonna see if I can get that chainmail like repaired-ish to fit Drew.
Okay.
So I'm gonna head to the blacksmith. Miles ain't gonna with me, but else want to come to the blacksmith?
Come on, Drew, we're gonna go mess with some chainmail. I'll go with you.
I am going to decline the invitation.
I'm going to wander the streets of Neverwinter for seedy fellows.
Okay. So you head to the blacksmith. Head back to 32C, who is a black shop owner. He greets you warmly, and he's like, "How can I help you?"
I'm here to pick up my blades that had the chains attached to them that I left here a while ago.
Yes. Let me get those. What was the name on those?
Scatgram.
He goes back through his list and he starts just like fingering through on like a clipboard, the names, and starts going down the list. Flips the page, starts going through, flips to the next page, comes back to the first page, and keeps flipping through. And you guys can kind of see as he's flipping the page, like he's going really slowly as he's like fingering through all these names, and there's like 3 names on each page. And then eventually he sees it and he's like, I think I see it right here. And he like 1 second, and he runs back to the back and grabs them. And comes back out with them. I can't remember. Did you pay ahead of time or not?
I did, yeah.
Okay, I thought you did. And so you get your daggers back, and let me just make sure. So you can add your daggers back.
Okay.
And what's the damage on them? Is it a 1d4?
It's 1d4 plus 3.
Yep.
Okay, yeah, so whatever. Okay. So the only thing that's changing on them is they now have reach, which means that you can be 10 feet away and when you attack with those.
Okay.
It's still going to do slashing damage. Is that what daggers do?
Simple finesse. Let's see.
Oh, they do. This is piercing.
Piercing. Yeah.
So they will do. They'll also now do slashing damage instead.
Okay.
Ooh.
So I don't know if you can even.
I can add a note to it.
Yeah. So they now have reach and do slashing damage instead of piercing, unless you're using it as a normal dagger. If you are within the 5 feet range and are just trying to stab them, it'll still do piercing. So you can have it do either slash.
So Scatgram, was this the guy that did the armor too? Or was he just doing what?
This is the guy. This is the armor too.
I'm gonna pull out the chainmail that we took. Be like, would I be able to get this kind of restored and size to fit my friend Droop over here? And how much would that be?
He kind of looks at it and comes around, grabs it, kind of puts it on, hangs it over Droop, measures it out a little bit to see how much work it'll be. And he goes, I can probably do that. In order to get this fitted for him, I'd say 50 gold pieces.
Sure. Okay. Was 50 for new? Never mind. Oh.
75 is new.
All right. Yeah. How long will that take you?
Maybe a day.
Oh no rush. He's he's just a little guy right now. He probably ain't even strong enough to hold it all up right now. So you got yourself some time. So, but yeah, I'll take it.
Okay. he gets your information and attempts to write it down as best as he can on his clipboard and what he needs to do.
Mhm.
And he's like, "All right, I'll have it done by tomorrow."
I'll pay him up for. Does he want payment? I guess that's up to him.
Yeah.
If
He
you
would
want payment
he would take the payment.
up front. Okay. All right. I will see you tomorrow then. Thank you.
Yep, I appreciate it. Um,
I'm gonna look at Droop and be like, Droop, you're gonna look so cool now.
what was everybody else wanting to do?
Cole would like to find either an like an arcane library that's open to the public,
Okay.
or that I can pay a fee or whatever, just somewhere I can do some arcane research.
Yeah. I mean, there's like a wizard library in town. Essentially something like along that lines.
Okay. What Cole's trying to research and find out about is basically non divine magic means of like resurrection and restoration spells, um and stuff that uses arcane focus as opposed to divine focus. So cleric spells that wizards can cast, if that makes sense.
Okay.
And he'll just spend some time searching for that.
So sorry, I just want to clarify out of character then. Are
Out
you
of character.
are you looking for something specifically, or you're
just
okay.
so so Cole's whole thing is like someone that he loved was kind of smoted by his celestial dad.
Yeah.
And so he's thinking, now that he's got some time and some money, seeing if there's a way that he can find to bring her back to life that isn't asking like the gods for help.
Yeah.
So like, doing stuff that like without having to go to his dad for
Okay.
to
So
fix it.
what I was meaning is I just wanted to make sure like you're just
Mhm.
trying to research a way to do this. You're not actually like looking for a spell that you know of.
Correct. Yeah,
In
that's correct.
your...
I'm not trying to add something to my spell book. I'm just trying to, I don't know, do something in character that I don't want to say occupies Cole's time, but like would be something he could do in Neverwinter.
Yeah.
And yeah, I want to research dark necromantic um magics that I'm sure will not come back to bite him in the ass. When has looking into dark magics to to right a wrong done to them ever bit a warlock in their ass? Never.
Okay. Go ahead. Let's see here.
Okay.
Let's make it. First, we'll make an investigation check to see what you find. I would also allow history, but they're the same, so I guess it doesn't.
Yeah. That's gonna be a 10.
Okay. So you're able to find just some basic information, like some arcane. I mean, like what you're looking for. Like you kind of tell the person what you're looking for, and they are helping you look for stuff. But like what you're looking for, they're kind of like, this seems very, very specific. Like, and they're like, I'm not really sure what they can find or what they're looking for. Like, I mean, what you're talking about is insanely, is very powerful magic, and this person just has no idea.
I have like I come up and like, oh, I've got a very general question. I'm going to need a resurrection spell that's true resurrection, but does not use arcane magic. You know, a general question.
Yeah,
And they're like,
exactly. Yeah.
and so okay.
And so they find some books. It's just kind of like general arcane magic.
Mhm.
But go ahead and roll an Arcana check.
Okay. That's gonna be 17.
Okay. So as you're like scanning through the books, something that like there's a name that catches your eye in uh, one of the books, and it's Amari Bacci, AMARI BACCI. And it's talks about one of his workshops, and how he's he's been able to create a bunch of arcane magic, basically in order to make his life easier. He refers to it as assistive magic. But it's obvious that he has worked with arcane magic a lot.
Okay.
And then it also mentions that he's from a land far away, but it also mentions Shkeki, which is SHK. Sorry, I don't know how to spell my own stuff. I have too much stuff open right now.
SHKEI Sheki. Shekeki.
SHKEKI.
Okay. Got it. I just made a little note for myself in the Discord.
Yep. Perfect.
And
so
is Shekeki a person or like a school?
It's another land.
Okay. Okay.
It's
Gotcha.
like it's basically another con, and they basically say that that's where this guy lives.
Okay.
Like,
cool.
He's a rich guy that lives here.
Okay. Thanks. Noted.
Anyone else?
There's some other stuff I'd like to do.
Yeah, same here.
We'll touch base with Angron and Feldor first. See if they wanted to do anything for the first, whatever 4 hours it takes to do all this stuff.
Okay. I was wandering around seeing if I could find any seedy people to maybe intercept wrongdoings they might be doing, or.
Okay, so you're just going. So you're like going around being Batman.
Yes, Batman.
Okay. Go ahead and make a perception check.
Perception. I get a 24.
Okay. So you're walking around, and you're sitting there walking around, and then out of the corner of your eye, you kind of see these two people, not really surrounding, but you're in like the market square, so it's pretty busy, and you see that there's one person who's just like sitting at not sitting, but he's standing in front of a vendor, like getting groceries for the week, essentially, getting some of his groceries for the week, and you see kind of one of these two people like flick his nose at a guy, and then the guy starts to come up behind that other person, and you see him take his coin bag out of his pocket as the guy's shopping.
Time for action. I go to intervene and intercept the dude who stole his coin bag, and try and chase him down. Whoops.
Okay.
as the Imperial officer.
So the guy just slowly walks or starting to walk away. You can catch up to him. So you're like right, like you see it happen, and then you catch up to him. What do you do?
Like, I'm filling over. I just saw what you did, sir. Better put that coin purse back.
He just looks at you and what are you talking about? I'm just here shopping.
You know, never outsmart through it. Now, I'm going to give you the count of 3 to give it back, or terrible things will happen.
Make an intimidation check.
Intimidation. Ow. Oh god, that was bad. It's a 3.
He just looks at you and is like, no, this is mine. Like, I brought this here so that way I could shop. And just turns around and starts to walk away from you.
I'm gonna catch back up to him, and I'm gonna. Oh, shoot, I don't have. Like,
And everybody should have long rested if you hadn't, by the way.
So I'm gonna catch back up to him, and I'm gonna break out my pipe of smoke monster, and I'm gonna be like, "This is your final warning. Don't give it back. Once again, my monstrous friends will deal with you." And then I'm gonna start to create a smoke monster of a serpent, boils around him.
Since you failed so spectacularly on the first intimidation roll, I'm just gonna say that it's another straight intimidation.
All right.
Yeah, if you had done decently on the first one, I would have given you advantage.
Okay, yeah, that's bad.
He just like looks at you and like starts to wave at the smoke and like wave it away, and he's like, why are you blowing smoke in my face and hassling me? Can you just leave me alone so I can shop?
Okay, I'm failing pretty spectacularly. So instead, I'm just going to change tactics, and I am going to use my wild shape, turn into a squirrel, and attempt to steal the coin purse from him as a squirrel.
Okay. Do you have stats for a squirrel?
Let me find it. I'm sure I can find it. Roll 5th edition. Looks like. Yeah, I found a page here that has some stats for them. It's tiny on a line. Strength is 2, Dex is 13, Con 9, 2, Wisdom 10, Charisma 4, plus 5 to acrobatics, 5 to perception, plus 4 to stealth.
Yeah. Okay. To try and make this, I guess, a little more interesting. What you're gonna do is, I guess I'll call it an opposed dex check, but he's gonna use his strength. Basically, you're turning into a squirrel really fast and trying to take back the take back the pouch, and he's just trying to hold on to it as tightly as possible as you try. So go ahead and roll a dexterity check.
Oh, it does also say that squirrels have advantage on all dexterity. Oh, that's a save.
Yeah, this would not be a save. This would just be a dex check.
Dexterity.
And he is going strength roll.
So I get +1 to
You got to be at a 14.
Gotta be Hey, look at that! I rolled a 15.
Okay, so like you really quick change into a squirrel, and I mean he's shocked for just a second. He's like, "What the hell is that?" And then you scramble up to him and steal or take the pouch back from him, and he's like just not quick enough to like grab onto it.
Ninja
And
squirrel.
so you take it and you I guess what do you do after you grab it?
I'm going to scurry back to the fellow he stole it from, and then in front of him, I'm going to change back into a druid and hand it back to him, or change back into my elf form.
Okay, so you start to scurry away, and the bandit starts to chase you, and starts to kind of yell at his other guy, and he's like, "That one right there," like pointing at you, yelling, and then you get, yeah, I guess you get. So because he was kind of shocked, you get back to it, and you like um, turn back into an elf, and then go to you go to give it back to him. Roll. Oh. We'll do sleight of hand.
Sleight of hand?
Yeah, this is basically to see if you can like.
I got a 19.
Okay, so you turn and basically slip it back into the guy's pocket, and then these bandits. One of the bandits runs and tackles you. The one that had, yeah, so go ahead and make, or he's gonna attempt to tackle you. Go ahead and make an athletic, or yeah, that'd be athletic. An athletics check for me.
Oh, this is gonna be bad.
Um,
I rolled a 19 and got an 18. Like a -1 modifier.
Okay. So he comes and he like tries to tackle you. He just tries to like spear you. But you just like hold your ground, getting jostled around a little bit. And then by this time, like there's obviously people starting to gather and turn around. And then the other bandit comes up and he's like, "We just saw this guy trying to steal from this guy." And what do you do? So these bandits are yelling out that you were trying to steal from this guy.
I'm gonna produce flame in my hand and go, "Do you take me for a conjurer of cheap tricks? I am saving this man from a lifetime of poverty." And say that these two were the ones who stole it from him originally. I was returning his property.
Okay, so they say that you stole it or are trying to steal it. Your reaction is to conjure fire and then say no you.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, I'm just trying to simplify it so I can make sense of it in my head. So they look and like they're like, why would you need to defend yourself so heavily with magic if you were innocent? And we're gonna do a opposed persuasion check is what I'm gonna call it. So you guys are both gonna roll persuasion. Okay. And so they are just like, so they're like saying this, and like, like some of the people start to like, like are gathering around and looking, and then they start to look a little closer, and they kind of see like the signs of like the local bandits and like guild, like like there's obviously some like career criminals, like petty thieves and stuff, that kind of work as a group together, uh, and they have their own symbols. And one, and somebody in the crowd is like, uh, these guys are part of the bandits, the bandit gang that's been stealing from people. Like clearly they're the ones who are they're lying, and so like they call the guards. Like with all the ruckus going on, the guards start to come, and they ask for an explanation of what happened from you.
An explanation of what happened from me?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say, I'm a storied adventurer, slayer of bugbears, and smasher of flaming skulls. And I was just wandering around Neverwinter here as my party is, getting their equipment repaired and, fancied up. And I decided I would wander around when I saw these two despicable gentlemen stealing from this wonderful person. So I decided to first confront them and ask them nicely to return his coin pouch, whereas they decided that they instead needed it more. So I pursued them further, at which point they still once again denied that they had ever done anything. So I, the druid as I am, changed into a squirrel, took back the coin pouch and returned it to its rightful owner. And then they had the guts to accuse me of stealing it, at which point I defended this man's righteous honor with the flame of fury. And that's where we ended up.
Go ahead and roll persuasion with advantage.
Persuasion with advantage?
Yeah.
I'm not even gonna re-roll because I got a net 20, baby.
They're like, these bandits have been a pain in our ass recently. It's hard to keep up with all the petty crime in this town. And you see like a couple of guards grab each one of the bandits, and they kind of walk off. The person that was shopping kind of turns to you, and it's this older dwarven female, just kind of turns to you and is like, "Thank you, thank you for returning my gold and being an honest fellow."
Well, you're welcome. Just all in a day's work for Felidor, the druid.
She's like, well, thank you, Felidor. Thank you very much. And she kind of reaches into her coin purse and grabs like a silver out and offers it to you. I don't have much, but I hope that this is good enough.
I'm gonna calmly close her hand back around the silver piece and say, no, there's no need. It's all in a good day's work for me.
She's like, oh, thank you again. I can never thank you enough.
That's welcome. Just spread the word of Felidor the Druid, the righteous, the savior of the people.
Okay, and she says thanks again, and I will. And then we'll go to Angron if he had anything he.
I would like to shop for some trinkets for my adventuring pals since we are going to be parting ways in the near future.
Okay, is there like a specific thing you're looking for, or just kind of like?
No, nothing specific. Just kind of like little things that would be like a remembrance item. Nothing like.
Okay. All right, so you'll go around and look for that, and then we'll come back to you and figure out what you found. Malin and Scatgram said they both had some other things they wanted to do.
And what else you want to do, Malin?
I need to go to. Sorry, I'm on the wrong page. Still on the wrong page.
I know how you feel. I need like when I'm DMing, I need like 6 screens.
I need to go to the Bramble Staff. What about you?
Isn't that the place that has like the magical trinkets and stuff?
I think so.
Then I'm good with that. Then that's where I need to go.
I don't really remember. But what was with that guy? Could he not read or something? He really looked over that paper a lot. Are we sure like this is quality stuff? Like
These are
he's
backup.
good, right?
These are backup. I want to take the chains.
Oh,
I want
all
to pull.
right.
I want to test the durability just by yanking them with myself real quick.
I mean, you look at them and you inspect it. You kind of pull on them, and you can tell this is like very good craftsmanship. Like
He might just be
It's-
a little slow and a little hard to see after all that work he's doing. I'm guessing.
No. He streamlined things. I get it. Doesn't need to read, just needs to make good things. I get this. That's my kind of people. Streamline it real quick, like. All right. To the Bramble Staff.
to the Bramble Staff.
To the Bramble Staff.
So you guys arrive at the Bramble Staff, and Bormund, the half orc, greets you and has a toothpick in his mouth, and he's just kind of gnawing on it a little bit. What brings you back in today?
That's what Malin. Go ahead, man. Or do you want me to put my list out there?
I mean, we talked a little while back. I mentioned an insignia of what was that called? Shit. Insignia of claws. Yeah. You mentioned that those come through here every now and then. Would you happen to have one in stock at the current time? Or did you hold one by chance, you know?
Let's see.
I forgot what that was called. Insignia of claws. Yeah, that's what I wanted.
Roll roll a D100. There's a 25% chance one came. So you're gonna want to get
don't tell me the odds. We're rolling, baby. 89.
Okay, I'll say that. Yeah, I was trying to think of whether or not I wanted it to be low or high that you needed to roll.
Oh, I didn't want to know. I just wanted to roll. I don't want to. I'll tell you the number for the result.
I'll say that since you're within you're high, you're within the higher range.
Come here.
I will say that you They do have one in. He looks and he's like, luck would have it. I did get one in.
Look at it. It looks beautiful. How much for that nice? Isn't it like a necklace, right? I guess. The jewels and the insignia. I guess I need to look at it. Whatever. The jewels look beautiful in it. Just look how much for that nice piece of art. I'll call it. Somebody growling?
My dog's playing.
sorry about Scackram. Sometimes he gets a little like space brain. He starts growling. It's weird. I know.
It's my stomach, damn it.
Did we determine what the actual price of that was? I know we had talked about
You wrote 400 in my chat thingy.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So he goes and I can let it go for 400. I thought we had talked about it, so I just want to make sure I wasn't changing the price on you all of a sudden.
All right, sounds like a great deal. I'll take that. There is one other thing that I'm kind of interested in. I'm just more pricing it because 400 gold. That's a lot. That's kind of my limit today. And I just lost it again. There's a certain cloak. Oh, cloak of elven kind. I'm kind of interested in more like what the price range would be for something like that. I'm not in a rush for it, but if you can get that back to me, it'd be great. It's like 100% probably cannot afford it, so 400 gold. So 10 platinum would be 100 gold, right?
Correct.
Okay. And the 300 remove. Bam.
He looks at you and he's like, I'm not sure if I have one in, but generally when we do get one in, it's between 500 and 1,000 gold.
All right, thank you. I just like to know that. So I want to walk in here with 100 gold and be like, I want this, and you go, you don't have the gold. Don't want that problem. But that's it for me. My buddy Scatgram here, though, it looks like he's got a list. Oh my.
Oh, not really a list, just a few things I'm looking for. Do you happen to have any eyelashes and any gum?
Eyelashes and gum?
Yeah,
I didn't know that was what you were looking for. I don't think they have that here.
Well, I got a couple of things that he might be more inclined to have. Maybe a bag of tricks.
I think a general goods supplier would probably be a better place to get your gum. I'm not sure if they would have the eyelashes. I'm not sure where you'd have to exactly go to get that. Maybe a magical supply store. We have magical items, but we're not really. We've got common supplies, but not things like eyelashes.
Malon's gonna pull off like a couple eyelashes, like maybe just like 2.
Okay.
Can I say I get like 1 from each eye roughly, and then hand them over to Scatgram and be like, I can't give you much, but here's 2 of them.
I look at it and just kind of giggle and just keep them in my hand, I guess, hold them.
No black magic with that.
But what about a bag of tricks? You happen to have any of those?
Oh, let me check here. Uh, sure. You can have one of these. Roll me a D, a D6. 1 and 2 is going to be gray. 3, 4 is rust. 5, 6 is going to be a tan. So he comes back and he's like, I'm not 100% sure. I think this is the bag of tricks. As he like goes over to the shelf, and you just see like a bunch of bags, just like bags of all sort. He's kind of like thumbing through them, and he's like, I think this is it. And he grabs a rust-colored bag of tricks, and is like, uh, that'll be not. That's sorry. I'm gonna find a price for you on this. What else are people wanting to do?
And last item I was curious about was boots of elven kind, possibly.
Okay.
Hey, Skagram, I wonder who you heard that. Who you heard about those shoes from, huh?
Some monkish elf that I hang out with. Just mentioned him before.
Hey, we make some good clothing. Cloaks are great, shoes are
I
great.
know they're kind of hideous looking, to be honest.
Hey, it's not all the time about fashion. Sometimes it's about usability. I cannot find a good image of like an insignia of claws.
I will look into that for you too.
Okay.
Just want to see what else. Anybody else have anything they were trying to?
That's all I have to look for.
I'm done as well. Brokey. Well, not Brokey, but
Cole, Mal, and Feldar. Anything else you guys wanted to do? Sorry, not Mal. Angron.
I'm coming up with a list of trinkets.
Okay.
I had a quick question. You said that we had counted as taking a long rest before we got here, right?
Yeah. You guys had taken a long rest when you because you stayed at the inn for the night.
Oh, okay.
And
I
found
got
it.
to do that. And then I will by what? Okay.
This is fine. I'm seeing. Right. I will find those for you. and let you know the prices. We don't have to RP that out. I just want to see, was there anything else anybody else wanted to do while you're in here, or like as for errands, I should say. Anything you guys want to do?
I want to track down some gum arabic.
Okay. That would just be at like a general goods store.
All right.
Um,
1 copper, please. Wait, wasn't bubblegum like 5 cents?
Well, it's not. It's basically just like hardened sap.
As I'm doing my research, the other thing that I think I would like to look into, and I believe in Neverwinter there is like a district that has a portal to the Feywild in it.
What?
Am I, or I might be looking at some 4E content stuff here.
I mean, it very well may.
Okay, so since one of the things I was supposed to be doing from my dad made me do was to look into Feywild magic. That's something else I'd like to, if I I don't know if I need to fully role play out a scene, but if there's a contact who's familiar with portals to the Feywild, I'd like to make that connection and then send off messages to Armari and whoever might heed a question from somebody looking to learn more about portals to the Feywild.
Okay. Sorry, I'm just looking to see if I can find anything real quick on that.
Yeah, I thought there was a place called New Shandahar that was linked to Neverwinter in the Feywild, but I think the place I pulled it for is super duper out of date, and I think that was retconned with things. So
Okay.
or GM, I have a thought about just a quick way to resolve that.
Yeah.
If this is not too like OP for you, is like, so I'm at the Cole's at this like arcane library and is like jumping between these different things and kind of acting a little furied and manic about trying to figure this out, but is also a little bit out of his depth. And sort of the main librarian there, who's this kind of old wizard guy, I don't want to say takes pity on him or like what have you, but like has been guiding him like, and answering questions and pointing him to different things and, pointing him to the book where he found Amari Bocce and it's just like, okay, what are you looking for now? And he was like, oh, well, I've been, I've been tasked by a god to celestial to investigate the Feywild, and I'm trying to I'm supposed to just keep watch and disrupt their efforts, or of some sort of mystery cult or something. And I've come to realize that I don't know the first thing about the Feywild, and I just don't know where to find it goes. And so this wizard guy scribbles a note of introduction and hits it with his with his seal and signature. And he says, well, you're not going to find much in Neverwinter, I'm afraid, to about Feywild magic, but what you can find is, if you are ever able to make it to Waterdeep, this letter will gain you a brief but I think fruitful meeting with the Blackstaff, of who is a colleague of mine. And the Blackstaff will be more than capable of connecting you with noted scholars and arcanists who can find, who have deep knowledge of the Feywild and could answer your questions for that. So, I've got this like letter of introduction to get me to the Blackstaff in Waterdeep. And that can be my like contact if we ever make
Yeah,
it
I'm
work.
just looking at it too, and it looks like it's basically like um, outside of Neverwinter,
Okay.
in the area of Neverwinter, but still outside of it.
Okay.
And
So then, yeah, I don't.
he can he'll yeah the librarian will explain what he knows of the Feywild.
Okay.
And I mean he also will let you know that obviously it's a very dangerous place, very tricky place, um, not easily navigated to or in.
Hmm.
Um, so he lets you kind of know those things. Um, yeah, so he kind of lets you know those things.
Okay. Cool.
And we'll cut back to Scatgram. The Boots of Elven Kind. Go ahead and roll me a D100.
62.
Um, now I have to do maths because I decided to do it this way instead of up a price.
Math is the worst.
What is math?
And I don't know how to do math properly, so that. He says for a pair of Boots of Elven Kind, he would charge 1,240 gold.
All right, I'll have to get back
And
with you
then-
on that.
And the Bag of Tricks, the rust one is also. I will just tell you, it's pretty expensive. Everything that I can find. And in order to determine that price, what I'm gonna do, I like having you guys roll, is roll a d8.
6.
Now roll me 6d10. He tells you that the Bag of Tricks is going to cost 3,400.
Okay.
Looking at it, and everything I can find says that the Bag of Tricks is pretty good, based on what it can do, and I can understand that.
Scatgram, that's kind of expensive. Is that like OT or something?
Well, he can get a brown bear or a lion or a giant boar possibly to fight on his side.
What?
Yeah.
Or I
and
could
he
get a
can-
rat or a goat.
Yeah. It's possible
Or
also
owl.
with a rat, a goat, a massive
How many
owl.
times a day? Just like
3.
one?
3.
Or 3?
Yeah. Like and that's his price for it would be 3,400. But stuff I was seeing was up to over 6,000 gold.
That's actually really good.
Yeah. So he tells you those prices. I keep closing. He tells you those prices. And then did Andron figure out?
Did Angron figure out what?
I'm just reading your note now.
Oh.
I'm gonna retcon some of these things. I get where you're going with a lot of them. But the one for balance fine. The one for Felidor's fine. I might do some caveats on that too. Like it'll probably be a roll of some sort. Droops is fine. Coles is fine.
What, you gave Droop a shield of fireball? Wow.
Matavius is fine. It won't do any damage, that's for sure. It's Scatgrams is going to also be like he'll end up having to roll. So Felidor and Scatgram will have to roll when they use theirs. But the chances of what it has are going to be increased. So they won't have to roll very high to get it to happen.
Okay, that's fair.
So you found all those items. You were able to find them, just like a tinker, an artificer type of thing. And so I'll let you tell them what you got them. That's why I wasn't saying out loud.
I was gonna wait until we were all back.
Yeah. No, that's
Okay.
what I figured. But I was just saying, like, that's why I'm not saying out loud like what you got or what you get. Okay. So then, anybody else? I do see your notes, Scatgram. I'll let you know.
I have a question.
Yes, go ahead.
Did we ever get Droop clothes?
I mean, he got not clothes that fit him very well.
He's just wearing the floppy arm shit.
Yeah.
How much are clothes? Like we don't need a role play through it if you don't want to. I just want to get him clothes that like fit him, and I'll pay for it.
2,000 gold.
Common clothes are pretty
expensive.
I thought they were like pretty like reasonably priced.
Traveler's clothes, which consists of boots, a wool skirt or breeches, a sturdy belt, a shirt. Perhaps it could have a vest or a jacket, and then a cloak with a hood is 2 gold.
2 gold. I'll just do that. That sounds good. That's what he needs. Like,
okay, so 2 gold. You get those. They fit fine.
Okay. Droop is looking all snazzy now. Droop. So he doesn't look homeless now. That's all. I'm done now.
Okay. Okay. So, everybody done everything they needed?
I'm good.
Yeah.
Aye.
Note in D&D campaign, Droop now has clothing that fits.
Just need to go to the general store and get some gum Arabic.
Yeah. This.
Get that gum.
Oh no, that's.
Which something like that even costs gum Arabic.
Okay, so you guys are headed where?
Scatgram wants his gum.
I want my gum, damn it.
Yeah, gum would cost 1 silver for 10 pieces. So essentially a copper a piece.
Okay.
It's pretty
Um,
good.
So you can have as much of that as you want.
All right. I'm gonna take it and chew a piece and put the eyelashes in it real quick, and then just kind of hold it in my pocket.
Okay.
Weird. Guess we would proceed to meet up at a bar. Did we set? I'm gonna say we set a location prior to meet back up at.
I mean, I'm okay retconning saying you do. This might be
Man, we've had about as many retcons as World of Warcraft.
I mean, I just kind of assume you guys would have at least been like, hey, I'm gonna go do this. Meet back here.
Yeah, that makes
Type
sense.
of thing. Like, because I just kind of like popped in and was like, what are you guys doing? Where are you going?
So we'll meet back up at the local tavern. Right?
I mean, I guess you guys all know about the jug and the other jug, which is where you guys started the campaign. So you guys could meet there, I guess.
We started the
Aye,
campaign at a place called the Jug and the Other Jug.
Yeah. Didn't you read your note?
Can we just call it Junk Store Cowboys?
It's called the jug and the other jug because it's based on a show that I watched that I think is hilarious.
Oh.
Um. Okay. So, you guys all meet back here, and
Look at old Matavius.
oh yeah, the old token.
We need to bring old Matavius back.
Okay. I guess Droop's not there because he's
You fell asleep outside. It's fine. That
yeah,
happens.
Droop's not there because he wasn't part of the party at this point. All right, you guys can go ahead and do what you want to do here.
So we're gonna sit around with Taibi.
Not a halfling person? Who's that?
That's Matavius.
Yeah, that's Matavius. That's old Matavius token.
Really?
Old
Yeah,
Batavia.
it was the first. It's literally like in D&D Beyond. It's like the first human character portrait that I just like grabbed and like snipped out of it.
Oh.
Made a token out of it. Yeah, like
It looks so bad compared to the
Yeah.
rest of them.
yeah. I mean, it was.
Like if that was that a halfling?
Yeah, so you guys can do whatever you want here. Just
Good thing Matavius wasn't here to listen to his character just not get recognized.
My bad.
Well, I guess I'll start by ordering a round of drinks. Very simple.
Shots.
okay. Yeah, you order a round of drinks, and the bartender asks if you need anything specific, or not.
No, just mead. Mead's good. Mead for the people.
Okay. For around one for everybody, it'd be a gold.
Did you cut out, or are you still mathing?
No, I said it's a gold for that stuff. Sorry.
Oh, you cut out then.
Oh.
It has
I
been
started-
paid.
Yeah, I started typing too, so I might have like cut myself off trying to multitask.
So everyone, me, Malin, bought a new. I'm gonna say it's a necklace. A new necklace. Look, it is an insignia of claw. It glows while in combat.
Hmm.
Oh, that's fancy.
Is that all it does, or does it like? I mean, that's pretty cool, but
Let me click on it so I don't tell you the wrong thing. It gives me a better chance of landing my strikes and possibly doing a bit more damage.
oh, that make you quite vicious, I suppose.
It gives me a kind of almost like I got claws, but I don't got claws. And then I
Yeah.
also got droop clothes. You guys see that? He looks pretty snazzy now, huh?
I'd say he's the second handsomest goblin at the table.
Don't you forget it.
Got a clean shirt, new shoes. He don't know where he is going to.
The
Hey,
jug
Droop,
and
are
the
you new
other
boot
jug.
goofing?
What?
What?
Did you say if he was new boot goofing?
Yeah, he's got new boots.
Well, group, are you new boot goofing?
He just looks at you. He's like, Droop has new clothes, and kind of like shows his boots.
That's great. That's. Did you guys? Sorry.
Well, I was going to say that since our adventuring days are almost over between me and the rest of y'all, I bought everyone a trinket to remember me by. And then I start fiddling around with my bag, and the first thing I pull out is a frog in the shape of a stone. And this
A frog in the shape of a stone.
a stone in the shape of a frog. My bad.
The meat's hitting hard already.
This is for Malin. This frog, whenever you place it on a surface, it becomes damp. And this made me think of you because you like to do elementals in combat. So, a frog that makes things damp is kind of along the same lines.
And you like to lay on the floor a
ground.
lot. Yeah, I was saying lay on the floor a lot. So what's better than a cool damp ground to lay on?
Then I
He's just gonna make everything wet.
And then I hand the stone that is carved in the shape of a frog to Malin.
Thank you. I'm gonna set it on something, make it wet.
Okay. You set it on the table in front of you, and all of a sudden the table is a little damp, and it's like being absorbed by the wood.
I'm gonna reach into my bag and pull out the frog statue and put it on the table. This one's a hell of a lot better. Look at this.
Yours doesn't make things wet though. My frog is a stud and he makes things wet.
All right, one second.
1 second. Enough of these wet goats.
When you touch this scatgram, when you touch the frog, you feel some magical energy definitely is like coming from it, and like clearly being touched is what needs to happen in order to have this magical power, whatever it may be.
The one I've had in my pack this whole time.
Yeah. Nobody has touched it with their hands until now. But
yeah. Well, shit. Guys, this feels a little weird to be holding right now. I just kind of slowly back away from it. I don't know what's going on.
Is my frog making it wet?
Yes, very moist. Anyways, the next item I have here is a stone ring.
Just do it for-
And this is for you, Felidor. It is said that it grants the wearer pleasant dreams. And when you wear it and you trace the twists with your finger, it's like there's only one edge. Very cool.
Ooh, fancy.
The next thing I pull out of the bag is a terracotta pottery cow. And this one is for Cole. It is a cow that when you
Heavens.
blow into the mouthpiece,
Okay.
it sounds authentically like a cow. And then I hand it over.
All right. Cole will pick it up and give it a try.
yeah, you blow it and it sounds like there is a cow. It actually, like, some of the other patrons, the bar actually like turn to like look out the window because they're confused as to why there's farm animals in the middle of the town. They're so close to the bar.
And then for
Oh,
you,
Thank you, Angron. This means a great deal to me. I'll treasure it always.
I think he's trying to
absolutely.
say something about it. Not you with it.
Well, Scatgram, don't think I left you out, even though you got those crass remarks. And then I pull out a coin, and then I flip it into the air, and when it lands on its edge. And I'm like,
sorry, I'll let you finish, but I will tell. I'm going to tell both Scatgram and Felidor, when you use your items, you'll just have to roll a d20, and you need a 6 or higher for it to be successful, essentially. So there's basically a 25% chance that the effect fails. So either you just have your normal dreams, or this doesn't land on its edge.
correct.
Okay.
It's a coin that's always supposed to land on the edge whenever it's tossed or dropped.
I can get some use out of this.
Yeah, that's exactly why I put the caveat on.
I grab it and sit there and just fiddle around with it, and then looking it over, kind of just seeing how it works properly.
Drew, come over here. I assume he's not at the table. He's probably out doing Droop stuff.
Yeah, he came in to show you guys his boots and stuff.
Oh. And out of my bag, I take a brass toy cart with a removable little brass hedgehog rider pulled by a brass rooster. And I'm like, Droop, this is for you. For being the best friend that we have ever found in a cave dungeon like thing that followed us into danger more often than he should.
He grabs it from you and just starts like a little kid, just like on the table, like going around on the table, driving it, and then like starts to go on like Malin's arm and drive it up Malin's arm onto his head, onto the other side, then back onto the table. And just like a little kid starts running around with his new cart rooster toy.
And for Matavius, I got a 28 millimeter scale model of a cannon that actually functions like a cannon. But he's not here.
He comes over from the corner by the fireplace where he's been brooding the whole time. And grabs it. He like shoots it off, and then he goes and broods by the fire somewhere.
Unfortunately, my time as an adventurer on your party will not be for very much longer. But I hope that whoever you pick up along the way will be a mighty mountain of a person.
Hey, Angon, do you think that little cannon counts as like an extra bonus attack, or?
I heard that it doesn't deal damage; it only annoys people.
Yeah.
Oh, so it doesn't count as a bonus act. It's just free, right? Free action.
Yeah,
Yes.
you can do a free. I would probably allow a free action based on what you're trying to do. But it would it basically be like
A noisemaker.
I was
like a-
just trying to make another joke out of him having.
yeah. No, I get it. At best, it would be like a airsoft gun.
Yeah, good thing you did not give that to Scatgram.
I think the gift I gave to Scatgram will get him into enough trouble as it is.
Now, okay, you said these 6 or above, it works.
Yeah, so basically, if you roll 1 through 5, it just lands on heads or tails.
It appears to be a normal coin.
Yes.
I'm assuming this doesn't actually have a name in the game, because I was looking for something.
No. I
Oh
don't think
no,
so.
they're just like trinkets that I found online. That sounded cool. I can put them all in the main D&D chat if you want.
Yeah, that's fine.
So Scatgram, you mentioned we should look for some work while we're here, right?
Well, I don't see why we couldn't. I mean, there's got to be plenty of stuff to do here in Neverwinter.
Oh, yeah.
Someone's bound to be looking for something.
True.
Well, judging by the fact that we're getting drunk right now, I suppose this is a tomorrow activity.
I mean, you can't fight when you're drunk. I've heard stories of monks who have fought drunk for years and years. Part of the drunken fist.
The last time I
Can't handle
fought
your
drunk,
alcohol?
the last time I fought drunk, I started the stables on fire. So I think I better not.
Wow.
I just need to know what you guys are doing.
I'm buying a round.
Okay.
Shot.
Any rounds you guys want to buy, it'll just be a gold apiece.
All
I'm
right,
gonna
I'm
flip the coin real quick to see if it actually works.
Okay.
buying 4 rounds. 4. Y'all get 4 meads.
Yeah, so you flip it and it's weird. Like it lands and does that thing where it starts to like wobble and spin like it's gonna land flat, but it kind of picks up speed and then flips up onto its edge and stops.
I just kind of smile and smirk and rub my hands together. Just ideas going through my head. Well, this drinking actually does work.
Yeah, you didn't see mine get the table a bit wet?
The table
John think it would
became
work, or-
it became moist. Moist table.
Hey, the more you touch it, the winner.
I figured you just let it sit there and it gets. Also, what was that business with your frog?
I ain't touching that thing again. It didn't feel right.
Oh, so you should say the 2 frogs should be lovers now and they should live together? I agree.
I want to reach over and grab Malon's hand and try to put it on the frog.
Okay. Do you resist Malon?
Nah.
Okay. I mean, you touch it and you like feel that there's definitely something magical to it. Like
But it's not.
obviously you're
I
not
don't
sure
feel any
what. But
harming effect, right? It's just
no, no,
more.
no.
I can sense there's something off, right?
Yeah, you
Like,
can sense that it's certainly some type of magical effect, but yeah, it is not. It doesn't hurt at all.
Okay.
It
Well,
just don't
that's
feel
cool.
right.
I mean, don't all magic things kind of feel a little weird? I mean, I shot a wand into a pond the other day. That was
Yeah, but we were
mind
told
blowing.
we were told by the other person at the and I kind of look around the bar a little bit and kind of lean in. You know, Vandalhaven. That it wasn't magical.
Oh, so someone's lying.
Or they just didn't know.
Oh. Oh, maybe we can go find somebody who can identify it.
All right,
Probably
that's
not now, because apparently I see 4 drinks in front of me, and I'm here for
I
drinks
will
right
be
now.
right back.
maybe that's what we should do tomorrow before we go looking for trouble to get into. Is find somebody
So,
to tell us what all these things that we found are.
so our list for tomorrow is identify. Oh yeah, don't we have to identify that chest plate too?
And the
And a
gauntlets.
hammer and a
the-
gauntlet.
No, not a hair. Mace,
Mace.
right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So identify the things we have, and then go look for a quest tomorrow.
I might know someone that can help us out with that type of stuff. Maybe identifying them. She owns a shop over in the Magic District. That I don't know if she'll know anything about these items, but it wouldn't hurt to ask and try to find out.
If you're planning on going looking for work after that, I could if you have need of my services, I'd be happy to join you on that. I need something to keep me busy.
I don't
Well-
know. Ah, jokes. And I started chugging my drink.
Well, I don't mind your company at all. You tend to keep me from getting my ass kicked. It seems.
I think we make a good team, and I'll kind of cheers and
Grab my mug and clink it with yours and start downing it.
I'm gonna take my mug and clink it with the frog, and then my mug becomes moist.
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 Oh, you had to set the frog on it.
The
question-
magical properties are fast and loose, especially when you've been drinking.
Wait, what happens if we put that frog into an empty mug?
I don't think it ideally makes water. It's just like it ideally would like just use condensation is my thought, right? Because like it would feel like condensation on something, not like
Yeah.
actually fill water.
Yeah, I guess like at best it's like maybe sucking the moisture out of like whatever it's placed on.
Oh,
much
that's
as
a
it
good
could.
point too.
But yeah, like something like that.
I could have a couple like drops of water on her. That's like it.
Yeah, I mean it's not like there's not a lot that you get.
Yeah.
You just see Skyrim start looking at. Stop making enough water. Um,
So what do you
I'm
guys
good
wanna do?
with. I'm good with going to bed for the night, unless you guys wanted to do more.
Yo ho, yo ho, Irish like
How much for a room for the night?
They tell you it will be a gold a room.
Oh, we're not staying at the fancy place.
No, not everyone needs to stay in a life of luxury because we've got modest life goals. And Malin winks when he says it.
I suppose. I guess it is getting late, isn't it? And
Yeah.
I suppose it'd be time to turn in.
And how much
Okay.
did you say our room was? Gold?
Just a gold. Yeah. I mean, for you, it's kind of Andron. It's kind of irrelevant. His money at this point, unless you're giving it away to people.
I don't know. I might donate it.
Charity.
Donates it all to the troop.
Troops
It's an option.
rich.
Well, because I haven't charged him for any of the items he bought, so I'd have to make up.
So then in the morning we would like to go out and hunt, or not hunt. Look for someone to identify the items that we have that are potentially magical.
Okay.
And then after that we would like to look for a quest to do. Or like a mission or something.
Okay.
Just in case I forget something.
I kind of suggested going to the Magic District to the shop owner I know.
Down with that. Very vague on the shop owner, but just that you know them. Kind of weird.
Well, I haven't met them. I just know of them through some
Oh.
connections I have.
Oh.
Ooh.
Do they know how to read?
I hope so.
I hope so too. Magic's gonna be wild if they don't know how to read.
Okay. So everybody goes to sleep, wakes up in the morning.
Aye.
Everybody. So everybody goes to sleep, wakes up in the morning, and meet down for breakfast or whatever. And where do you guys want to start at?
I think we should start with Scat Graham's lead. Go to that shop that he's heard of the owner.
Agreed.
Okay.
Okay.
So you head over to what's been defined as the Magic District. It's actually like where Cole found that library, and it's just kind of like where, while there are magical items in shops or like a magic shop, but you guys like met the half orc in. It's not this area is more like research focused and like where like a school campus almost of magic.
The theories of magic.
Yeah, as opposed to the theories and
Practice.
like some practice of it, but
Yeah.
it's not like just like random magical items.
And as we're walking around town, I want to make sure to have my hood kind of flipped over my head and kind of my head tilted downward the entire time we're going.
Okay.
Just trying to keep myself to be less noticeable to people that might notice my person.
Yeah,
Okay.
Graham, why are you being so sneaky?
I told you guys the last time that we were here about that lady. I don't want to have any trouble here.
Well, the one that has a crush on you in the graveyard gave you
one
the
that-
eyes.
The flaming
Yeah,
eyes. Yeah, I don't want to mess with that crap.
I thought those were flaming eyes of love. Isn't that what you told me? Oh wait, that was a different story. Never mind. Mound for laying on the ground too much. Stories mixed up.
All right, Scat Graham Mountain has a frog that could douse those flames and make her moist.
Okay, so are
Are
you guys headed straight to your contact, or are you looking for something else?
I'm fine heading towards the contact. If anybody else finds anything else they want to do.
I don't think I have anything to look for other than
I'm just along for the ride.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll go along too.
Okay, so you guys walk into this it's like a small hut. Looks like it could be a shop in the area. And you open up the door. 46 tabs open. I can't. It's hard to find the right one. All right.
So you see this young. You open up the door and you see this young female tabaxi. Anybody who doesn't know what a tabaxi is, it's essentially a cat person. It's a humanoid cat.
What?
She kind of sees you walk in and it's like really like big with her arms. She's just like, welcome. My name is Seven Child. Most people call me Seven. And like as she's doing this, she like knocks over a glass, and then like goes to catch it, and, like fumbles with it for a little bit, and then like knocks some papers off of the table, and then like grabs the glass and sets it down. And then as soon as she sets it down, it like falls onto its side and like rolls off the table and breaks. And she's like, I'll get that cleaned up later. How can I help you?
I was under the impression that you might be able to help us by possibly some items that we found over our adventures.
I could certainly try.
I'm gonna reach into my bag and kind of disgruntlingly pick up the statue of the magical powers and set it on the counter in front of her. We had someone look at this at a previous town, and they told us it had nothing special to it, but we can feel some kind of properties with it.
Yeah, she's like, yeah, I could certainly do that. And looks at it for a minute, grabs it, touches it. She starts saying some words, and she casts identify and comes back and tells you finding things is hard. Of course they don't. Sorry, they don't have it where I was hoping they would.
I just kind of start looking around the areas. She's
yeah, I mean, you start like looking around and you just see like random things that appear to have like enchantments kind of cast on them or like built into them. Like you can tell that she's like a tinkerer, she's an artificer. So she looks at it and she's like, "Oh, this is imbued with some divination magic." And she's like, it looks like once you, if you grab it and ask it a question, it'll actually cast the augury spell. But it looks like it can only happen one time per person. So basically, what it does is when you touch it and ask it a question, it'll cast the augury spell, and it's a one-time per person. So an augury.
That's what I was looking up right now.
I don't know how to spell. Job harder. Basically, it'll tell you if like the actions you take, the consequences of your actions for like the next 30 minutes, essentially. So you receive an omen from an otherworldly entity about the results of a specific course of action that you plan to take within the next 30 minutes. You'll either get a wheel for a good result, a woe for a bad result, wheel and woe for both good and bad results, or nothing for the results that aren't especially good or bad. It doesn't take into account any possible circumstances that might change the outcome, such as casting of spells that weren't in the plan, or loss or gain of more people.
So basically, just like foretells your future a little bit as to how the actions are going to play out.
Yeah.
It's like a magic 8-ball.
Yeah, kind of. One-time use magic 8-ball, or like a Doctor Strange to be topical.
I haven't seen the new movie, so shh.
I haven't either. I'm actually going to see it Wednesday.
Oh.
Did you guys have anything else for her? She's like, anything else I can help you with?
I
Oh,
go into my bag and I present some gauntlets, and I found these in some rubble, and it looks like they've been there for a while, but there's no rust on them. I think they might be magical. And I hand them over.
She looks at him for a minute and once again goes back to casting and comes back and is like, yeah, these are gauntlets of ogre power. While you wear them, your strength score, whatever that means, becomes 19. If it's already 19 or higher, it has no effect, and you do have to attune to it.
oh, dope.
So, you get a strength score of 19.
I would like to present her with the breastplate that we found.
She looks at it and does her thing. Tells you.
Hey, Skycam, did you take the breastplate? No, you
Nope.
took it first, and then yeah.
I don't have any of the magical items other than the frog.
It is eight. This was found by. I'm trying to figure out where you found it, so that way I can. Because it's +1 armor. Here you go. It's it's Dragon Guard breastplate. So it's a +1 breastplate. That is the wearer has advantage on saving throws against the breath weapons of creatures that have the dragon type.
Advantage on
It's
dragon
called
breath weapons?
Yes. On breath weapons of creatures that have the dragon type. And it's called Dragon Guard armor. So you should be able to type in Dragon Guard and it'll actually pop up. It's a named item.
Oh, it's called Dragon Guard armor?
Yeah, or Dragon. I think it might just be Dragon Guard. But it's a named item, so it should pop up when you search for it. I think I don't know if I have the module or not. If I did, it means I would have maps that I should have been using. Haven't been.
And then we also had a hammer.
She looks at the mace, and she's like, "Oh, this is Lightbringer. It's a +1 mace. The history of it was made from cleric of Lampeter, the god of dawn. The head of the mace shaped like a sunburst, made of solid brass. The weapon glows as bright as a torch when its wielder commands. So basically, you can cast the light spell for free. And while glowing, the mace deals an extra 1d6 radiant damage to undead creatures.
Ooh, I got a fancy mace.
You said
Anything else
1d6 radiant damage?
1d6 radiant damage, and that's also Lightbringer. So if you type in Lightbringer, that should bring.
That's like I said, assuming I have the campaign. That I can't remember.
Yeah, I don't see it when I take Lightbringer.
Yeah, it might
it's
have
not
been.
in there.
Okay, and those must have been. I know that the other guy that I play with bought it. So yeah, it's called Lightbringer. It's a +1 mace. You can cast the light spell with, and it does 1d6 extra radiant damage to undead creatures while glowing.
Is it just undead creatures?
Yes, just undead. And then if you guys need me to repeat the Dragon Guard armor, I can do that too. I can type these out into.
I think I got them. You can tell me if they're wrong.
Frog statue, yes. Yeah, Gauntlet of Ogre Power is.
It's in the inventory.
Yeah. And then Dragon Guard armor is +1 AC, advantage on Dragon Breath. Yeah, close enough. And yeah, those are right enough. Okay. Anything else? You got anything else I can help you with?
You guys have anything else to ask her or anything?
I think that's it.
I want to look at her and just kind of wink and cast Psychic Whispers on her.
Okay.
And just heard me.
Okay. Do you want me to take you down to do this discussion, or are you okay with doing
No,
this?
I'm okay up here. I mean,
Okay.
it'll be player knowledge, not.
Yeah.
That's kind of. I was sitting here by Thalia. She told me to ask you for information about someone that's has overstepped their bounds.
She must be talking about Mordecai. He's been a real pain recently. Kind of went off the rails. He's he's believe it or not part of a rock band is what he likes to call it. And they've recently been traveling in the lands of Shkeki. And so if you can, if Dalio is asking you to grab him, if you can grab him, obviously the Zentara would be ever grateful, but he needs to be back alive.
What does he usually have for people around him and that he's proficient in?
Well, he's got. He's essentially a bard by nature, and he's got the rest of his band with him. He's got his drummer and his guitarist, and then he's got a couple security guards he always runs with. I don't know if he'll fight you or not, but I know that sometimes he can get on people's nerves. He's a bit of a cocky guy.
I'll see what we can do then for this.
Perfect. Like I said, all we know is he's been touring around Skeki. We're not sure where he's at. It's a big land, so he could be anywhere.
All right, and I want to reach into my my satchel real quick and kind of slide her 10 gold coins for identification and everything like that.
She's like, "Oh, thank you very much. I appreciate it." Kind of like waves you guys. Waves goodbye essentially.
All right. Anybody else have anything we need to do around here?
No, not in particularly.
No, I think I am good.
Not
Make
all
some
right.
money. Time to make money.
All right. I told you I had contacts as we leave. I kind of just walk out the door.
At
Told
least-
you I had contacts. I could get things done around here. You guys are always wondering, thinking I'm behind something.
Hey, at least this one can read.
Oh, didn't that guy say it's gonna be about a day for that armor?
Oh yeah. Can we stop at the blacksmith and pick up Droop's armor?
Sure can. So if you just head over there, you grab it. He gives it to you. Since he did work on it. Normally you have to have at least a 13 strength, but there's two reasons that I'm going to do this because I don't know exactly what Group's stats are going to be. I kind of just made them up so far. But if he ever becomes an actually has abilities, I think I'm going to do something to get to figure out his stats. Normally you have to have a strength of 13 or more to wear it, but the guy made some adjustments and he'll be able to wear it. But it gives him an armor class of 16.
Woo, Droop! Where do we, hey guys, where would we find missions at? Do we just like walk in the middle of town and yell, "Hey, who's got missions? Missions, who's got missions?"
You would think
Well,
there'd
we-
be some sort of like job board.
Like, well, we did join that Lord's Alliance.
I would say that might be a fruitful avenue. Find if there's an outlet or some sort of meeting hall or secret code that the Lord's Alliance uses, and see if they've got some sort of deeds that need be done. I mean, that's, to me, that's probably why they reached out to us. Oh, here's some fellows that'll dive into a cave and clear out whatever nasties live there. We could probably make use of those skills, and in return we get a little bit of respectability and some doors opened for us is the trade-off I'm seeing. So I suppose if we try to make contact with the Lord's Alliance somewhere here in Neverwinter, we might have some opportunities come our way.
Scored
Uh,
number
you-
2 for good ideas, to Scat Graham.
You guys would have been told essentially where to meet for where to talk or find somebody with the contact. People know about the Lords.
Mhm.
It's not a secret thing that people like talk about or don't talk about it.
So maybe not another idea for Scat Graham.
I mean, I should say like it's like they know of, like they at least know of like the Lord's Alliance. Like obviously, like unless you are showing people that you're a member, a coin carrying member, they might not.
I swear to God, it sounded like you said colon carrying member, and I'm just like, what am my parts got to do with this? What?
Well, I guess, since we're outside the store, when you want to run back in there and ask Seven, she might be able to point us in the direction.
I
Yeah, it's
I can take point on that. I'll meander
you-
back in.
Are you mentally like connected to her right now?
I am. Yes.
You guys, I guess he cast a spell, but I don't know if there's verbal components to it or not.
That does not state anything.
Well, what was it? What were you using?
Psychic whispers. Up to 2 creatures I can see.
As an
I roll.
action.
I roll my d6, but it won't be.
You don't need. Sorry, I'm just looking to see if it has.
I mean, if not, it sounds like Cole walked back in.
Yeah. I just
Indeed.
didn't know. I just didn't know if there was like anything that would lead to you guys knowing that he cast it. And I don't see anything that would lead that to be so.
We all
you
seen
just
him
say-
wink at her. We know.
I could just been flirting.
You can get up there, bud.
I mean, she was a cat lady, meow.
Meow.
I wonder if she has any
Yeah,
skooma.
she can give you I mean, she'll like point you to it, and she's like, yeah, I know where that's at, and like point you to the hall that they will generally be holed up in, or like meeting at type of thing.
Okay. So I guess we don't need to play out the scene then, right?
Yeah, no, she just kind of tells you,
Yeah.
and like I said, you guys kind of knew where it was.
Okay. So remember when we passed by there was one that hole on the way over here, and I can't remember. Somebody was saying like, "Oh, that symbol on the outside looks familiar," and da, 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 da. It turns out, yeah, that was actually the Lord's Alliance little meeting room. So,
Who'd have thunk it?
who'd have thunk it, right? Right? Who'd have thunk it indeed? So I say we just trace back our saps and head over there.
Sounds like a plan.
Okay, so you guys head in there, and I mean, you see a few people sitting around a table. You see like a group of 3 people dressed as soldiers. I mean, dressed in soldiers' gear, not dressed as soldiers. Like armor and stuff like that, weapons at their side, kind of sitting around a table. Loosely scattered, a couple people here and there talking to each other, things of that nature. But it's like long tables that people are just kind of sitting at, either eating, drinking, talking. A few people are rolling some dice, playing some games, stuff of that
Is there like
nature.
a board with like papers on it or anything? Or
Yeah, the really it would be like the bartender or like the bear.
so it'd be like kind of behind like the bartender or something
Like that's
not
that's
really
like
ideally there, but that's who's keeping all
there's
that.
not like a job board posted of
Oh,
like
okay.
these are things that we need done. It's like, I mean, like generally with these type of things, with like your Lord's Alliance, you're either going to be asking for a mission or they're going to be seeking you out and telling you. They're not just like, this is available. Like,
Yeah.
like you get
Okay.
this many points towards advancement
Okay.
of ranks. But so it'd be like, but obviously, like if you're showing initiative and being like, hey, how can we help the Alliance? That would be. So, what do you guys want to do then?
Hey, Skygram, look, they're playing your favorite game over there. And I point at the people playing dice and like other card games or whatever they're playing.
I don't think that's going to be quite the easy mark I want it to be.
Yeah, you probably shouldn't like make the people mad that we're now joining their organization. And then I'll proceed to walk up to the bar keep
Okay.
and go, hi, I'm Malin. I sometimes like to I forgot how my introduction went. It's been a long while. I haven't seen people in a while. Crazy missions and all that. Sorry about that. My name's Malin. We've recently been introduced into the Lord's Alliance, right? That's
Yeah, yeah.
yeah. And as I say that, as Mountain says that, he kind of like shows his coin, to authenticate it, and goes, "Me and my friends are looking for possibly if you guys had any work that needed to be done in the local area that could be knocked out by us."
So she
What's
I guess
she?
he looks at you,
Oh.
and you see a young elf. I mean, he's pretty built.
Oh,
He's
Mountain's
like
interesting. Yeah.
he's like
Okay.
my name's Samuel. And he's uh, my name's Samuel. I mean, your best bet for trying to find work is gonna be and he points over to the people who are sitting over at the table, the three people. Um, talk to COE Twilight Wood. That's the gnome over there, and as he points to that table. He's kind of in charge. And so you see him point over there and just be like, that's who you'd want to talk to. He'll be the one who can point you or give you some work.
I want to look at the barkeep and go, would it be a smart idea to bring him a drink?
I mean, people in here don't usually say no to a drink. And as long as you've got that coin, I mean, he's going to be more than willing to talk to you.
Yeah. Okay, I'll just go over and I'll walk over and present my coin to him.
Okay.
And sorry.
Yeah. So you do that. Is everybody going over with him then, or?
I
I'll
don't.
walk behind him.
I don't know if I should, since I'm not technically a part of the alliance. I'm just gonna chill on the outside.
Okay. So you see, so as you approach to, you see a female elf and another a male human with the gnome. And he just like kind of like looks up at you all and he's like, how can I help you?
Hi, I'm Malin. Recently, we've been introduced into your organization. We were just passing through this beautiful town, and we were possibly wondering if you had any work that needed to be done.
I mean, there's not a lot here in town, but we have gotten word from some of our agents. Intermission or opening more tabs.
I do like agents.
From some of our agents in Gigadanes, that there is there's a warmonger there who is trying to cause some problems. And they're to the west in the on the Isles of or on the world of Shkeki. They need they could use all the help they can over there. We'll still have contacts moving over there,
But that's where you'd be most needed at the time.
Would Melon know where that is?
I mean, they can definitely tell you where it's at, but that's also the map that you got that was partially started, that you found, didn't look into.
Oh, map.
Yeah. So, um, like, and that does have, and like looking at the, like, if you look at the map again, you do see that it does have this town that he's talking about. It looks like that would be like essentially the main port town that people would come into when they traveled from like Neverwinter or Forn or like the Sword Coast to Shkeki is where they would. That's probably where they would end up. And he talks about, we're not sure exactly what. We just know that he's been gathering armies, and they seem to be swelling in numbers at the time being. And they're just requesting anybody that is capable and anybody extra can if they can head over there as quickly as they can to help stop this guy from spreading.
Interesting. What do you think, group?
I'd say it sounds like some days that need doing.
I guess we're gonna be traveling to Skeki here.
He's like, I mean, we can have a ship. Make sure that there is room for you on the next ship out. I don't know what kind of boat it's going to be or what it will be, but I'm certainly a passenger of some sort. But we'll have them let them know that you guys will all be on the boat over there. So if you can, just tie up any loose ends you have here in the next day or two, and then we will get you over there as quickly as we can.
Right.
Will do.
We're going to Skeki. We're going to Skeki.
Okay. What would you guys like to do then? Anything else?
I guess I'd like to walk out and catch up with Angron, since I guess he's outside.
He was in here. Like, I mean, the hall is open to the public.
Oh, gotcha.
Like if you're not, but like if you're not showing people a coin, like they're not gonna talk to you about Lord's Alliance stuff, obviously.
Okay. Interesting.
So it's just kind of like, it's one of those things where it's like it doubles as a bar, like a meeting place, hall,
Income.
Yeah.
but it's a very common Lord's Alliance meeting.
Gotcha. Well, Angron, it really sounds like we'll be definitely parting ways in a couple days, huh?
It does seem to be so. Well, it looks like you guys have a grand adventure ahead of you.
Yeah, I've got some stuff I need to look into in Skeki, so this will work out well for me as well. So I will be, I think I'll be joining them on that boat. Good luck, Angron. Good luck. Give the whole Rockseeker clan our best, and keep an eye out for keep an eye on your back, and take care of yourself.
And keep the other eye on our investment, because I want money.
Also true. That would be it'd be very helpful if we don't get taken for a ride by the Rockseekers.
Now, I'll make sure that they keep things operating smoothly.
And maybe work some magic and increase the profits.
The 12%.
Yeah,
Well, I
12%.
mean, overall, I'm just saying the profits overall, because if the profits go up, then 10% just goes up. That's how it works. It's profits.
I don't know
More
how to do
profits.
math.
As long as the rock seekers don't invest in Bitcoin, we'll be fine.
But to the moon.
Now it's free falling.
They found out what gravity is.
All right.
Do-
So
Does anyone know if we have anything that we need to tie up or complete?
Only place is that dragon, but it's gonna take more than a day to get there and a day to get back. Probably.
I don't feel like getting slapped by a dragon.
You don't want to get slapped by a dragon?
You don't want to get your cheeks clapped by it? Come on.
okay. So you go back to the Lord's Hall eventually, and you let them know that you're ready, and they let you know that it has, the boat has been set up, and arranged. Was there anything else you guys wanted to do? Shops,
I guess is this like
plot points?
Who's gonna take this
Is
wand
this
of
like-
magic missiles?
okay, I'll take that. Other thing I was gonna is this like area like do I need like different clothing? Are we gonna need like
I mean, it's like any other place you go. Like there are going to be like seasons, and there are going to be places that are colder and warmer and stuff like that. But,
yeah, I just asked
I
is
mean,
it like is it
it's-
predominantly a cold air or is it like predominantly like
I mean, there's not.
or is it very
I
similar
mean, it's
to here?
it's a large land, so I mean, there's going to be both. Like it would be just be prepared for like everything, but you're not going to hit too many
Okay.
insane extremes, except for in like the winter months. Maybe at that point, you'd hit extremes. That'd be it. So anything else you guys want to tie up before I go on to describe? And I'm going to describe what's going on, and then we'll probably call it. So anything else you guys want to tie up?
No, I can't think of anything Cole's got.
Okay.
I don't think so.
All right. So. Okay. So you guys go onto the boat. It's a pretty large boat. I mean, it's a long journey, so obviously it has to be a pretty big boat. And when they're making these trips every, basically once a month, once every couple, maybe once every couple weeks at most. It's one of those things where there's a lot of rations and stuff go for trade and things like that on there. You guys do happen to see your old pal Oric with his cart hop onto the boat. And if you guys don't remember who Oric is, he was the halfling you guys helped get to Neverwinter the first time around.
Mhm.
Who was selling things out of his cart. Scatgram, I want you to make me a perception check.
A perception check?
Yeah.
16.
So you're on the boat and you kind of look around and just very 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 quickly look around and you happen to see Deidre and her son on the boat. I guess I don't know if she ever introduced herself, her name or not. But that would be Eric's wife.
Okay. Yeah, she didn't say her name. She just asked me questions.
Yep. You see them on the boat.
I kind of gather the other guys around and kind of hunch over, kind of getting away from where she's standing. That's the flame-eyed lady over there, the one with the kid.
I'm gonna lean back and look and go, Skycam, she's kind of your type, isn't she?
I'm about to roll this, ain't I? I want to kind of not necessarily punch him, but kind of nudge him to tell him to kind of shut up
Okay.
and not try.
Yeah, I mean, you can nudge him and not do damage or whatever.
No.
Okay.
That lady's eyes, I'm telling you, were fire, not normal. They were aflame. Not normal.
I'm also sorry. I'll let you guys play that out, but I will let you also know that the calendar. I've been working on it. The calendar in this realm. It's not like the normal Neverwinter Forgotten Realms calendar. They have it split up into 10 months of 6 days a week, 6 weeks in a month, with basically 2 giant celebrations that are 5-day long events. It's for a total of 370 days in a year. This trip is going to take a total of 2 weeks to go through. So just so you guys know, there will be 2 weeks that you guys will have passed. So you guys, if you guys want to role play that, you're seeing now. Go ahead.
We're role playing 2 weeks.
No. Like your scene of like the whatever you guys were just doing with.
Okay. I was like,
Yeah. No.
That's been 1 week since you looked
So
at
we
me.
got 2 weeks on.
Correct. Like I said, this is a long trip. So
Shit.
so if you guys don't want to do that, the only reason that I'm bringing that up is because once a day, you can try and train Drew. So, but what I will also let you do, so that would be you could get 12 rolls in order to train Drew. Or what I will let you do is you can Malin can make you and Drew both can make 6 rolls at advantage. In order to try and get these training points that he needs to become, to be able to basically have abilities and actually maybe fight in combat.
I would think I'd do 6 with an advantage, right?
That's up to you. 6 with advantage, or I mean, you could also spread it up. Basically, be every 2 days is what you need. You need 2 days to have advantage, because you're basically taking your time and training it.
Let's do it that way. That sounds better because it would seem more like we would train a day, take a day of rest, or yeah. Let's do it like that.
Okay, we'll resolve that later.
Yep.
Is there anything anybody wants to do immediately on the boat that you can think?
So Scatgram, what are we gonna do about flaming hard eye girl over there? You know.
Well, we're on this boat for what, 2 weeks now?
Yeah. So does
Okay.
she know it's us, or she just knows that there's people that did it, right?
She knows there's people that did it that were around Neverwinter.
Okay. So it shouldn't be flamboyant. So I shouldn't yell, "This is Scatgram, the great Neverwinter like warrior."
At this point,
Is
I'm
that it?
about ready to pop it.
Just asking questions, Scatgram. I don't know. I'm trying to make sure I don't do the wrong thing.
No, just keep. We need to keep our heads down. I don't want us to draw any attention to ourselves. I don't know what she's with, who she's with, or anything like that, but I just remember her telling me that they were trying to hunt for the killers of her husband.
Well, then why would she go somewhere? Wait. Interesting. Nothing else I can think of.
Okay. All right. Anybody have anything else?
Anyway, was that interesting?
I think the big thing you guys missed out on by not going to Thunder Tree and exploring it all is
The amulet.
a battle axe. There's a +1 battle axe that automatically doesn't matter maximum damage when the wielder hits a plant, creature, and object.
That's pretty cool. That'd probably be pretty good for a character that's probably coming soon.
And yeah, and like you guys missed out on some money and stuff like that. But all right,
Yeah.
so
Not my
we weren't
gold.
going for the. We won't do going for 100% completion rate. We're.
I mean, you guys had the armor that protected you from dragon breath weapons. Now
That's true. We could go back.
Yeah.
but-
Protection for the dragon breath weapon when all it did was fucking slap me and kill me. Yeah. Protection from the breath weapon. Woo.
I don't think there's
Uh,
anybody in the group that could wear the breastplate, could they?
I
Octavius
know.
can he?
I don't know what kind of armor it is exactly.
All right.
Uh,
I got my dog is gonna lose its mind if I don't let it go potty, so I'm gonna have to
you're
say
good.
goodnight.
Yep, I think we're wrapping up anyway. So
Have a good one. See y'all next week.
Bye.
Uh,
Bye.
Bye.
all right, I'm gonna take off too. You guys have a good rest of your night.
You too. And with that, I think we will end the stream. I'll put this up on YouTube like I've been doing, and hopefully our hot water heater will be fixed next week, so that way you can actually see my lovely face on camera. Otherwise, it's gonna be another no cam stream, and I'm gonna be real stinky. It's like 2 weeks with no hot water. Ugh. Anyways, peace out. Stay tuned, and until next time, bye.